guys, it's Kelly from Cards by Christine. Here is the ultimate test. Did I do it right? So I'm going to hop on YouTube and see if I can find myself live. And if so, we are gonna rock and roll for Paper Pumpkin tonight. So let's see. Cards by Christine. All right, live. Woohoo! Here I am. Okay. All right, so, oh my goodness, and we already have 7 people on. Like, you guys found it faster than I did. Okay, hi Cindy from Southern Virginia, and thank you so much for sharing. Hello, Susan. Happy New Year to you, and hi from Florida. We have been in contact, and my sincere apologies on how great I am at all of my coordinating of stamps, especially this time of year. Oh my gosh, it's been crazy. So, hi Mary. So glad you guys are all on. And it's so funny. Hello Jennifer. Thank you all for popping on. I've had off since Friday before Christmas. And we had a lot of Christmassy things. Hi Luann and Judy. Early in the season, and then like the last few days, it's actually, we were supposed to have something on Monday and we were supposed to have something on Tuesday, and both of them fell through, which is fine. But so we made it through the Christmassy stuff. Hi Deb. And now today I got into like a cleaning and organizing kick, and I hope I have enough time to get through everything I hope to and want to and need to get through before going back to work on Monday. So fingers crossed. My husband actually had off a good chunk for Christmas, and he went back to work today. And part of me thinks that's him leaving is why I got some motivation, because I don't know, I wanted to spend time with him when he was home, and that's not a bad thing, but now that he's gone, it's kind of like back to normal. So I think that's where my motivation kicked in. We'll see. Hi, Martha, Linda, Elaine, and Marcia again. That was the same. And hi, Randy. Wow, I have an appointment for new glasses in, I think it's like January 5th. I just got the reminder call today and I didn't listen to it, so I need to listen to it. But I need new glasses, so I've got my phone down here so I can like see the comments, and I cannot see them. So, oh, hi, I'm getting it together. So, anyways, I'm very excited about this Paper Pumpkin. I was working on getting the alternative together before I popped on, so I'm really excited about it. I think you will be too. So this Paper Pumpkin kit is like little boxes, and the alternative is not using, so like there's an add-on note cards kit that you can get, but it's not using that to make cards because not everyone's going to have that. So we're going to make an alternative card, but not using the add-on kit. Thank you so much for sharing, and hello, Donna. Yeah, so I'm really excited. Funny role reversal tonight. So like I usually always do Paper Pumpkin. I did miss last month because I had a conflict, and Chris saved me, so that was great. But tonight, Chris is watching my kids, so I can be here to do Paper Pumpkin live. So it's just really funny. She's inside with the kids, and hopefully they're being good. I'm a little nervous. Chris has 2 kitties, as I'm sure you know, and my older son is really excited about the cats, and my younger son is really nervous about the cats, which is like totally not like Jake, like totally not like him. So I hope that's going well. I told her to text me if anything goes bad. So I'm excited. But I'm happy to have this opportunity to work on cards with you because I missed the November Paper Pumpkin. It has been a while since I've been live. So very exciting. I'm really going to have a great time with this. And please help me remember, Chris is going to hopefully send me the list of people that are participating with us so that I can do a drawing at the end. So let's try to remember that together. Let's try. Also, I kind of briefly, so here we have our pumpkin. Kind of briefly showed you the add-on kit. The add-on kit comes with 20 envelopes that are coordinating and 20 they're not note cards. They're card bases that are kind of like have a textured color to the front of them. Love them. They're very pretty. And, okay, so you guys have to help me with this. I have not completely transitioned over to the, yeah, right? Wouldn't that be a treat, Judy? I haven't completely transitioned over to the YouTube-y thing, and like completely understanding it, but Deb Norman said 24 watching, so be sure to hit the thumbs up. So, good reminder to everyone on to hit the thumbs up. Next to the live chat. So I don't know if, because I'm only seeing 23, like if 24 is a magic number that we need to get to do the thumbs up. But I'm going to kind of monitor that. So if it pops up, or if you are seeing it, make sure to hit that. Like I said, I'm not completely versed in how this YouTube world works, which is so funny because, to be perfectly honest with you, my kids watch YouTube all the time. There's, oh my goodness. So, Zachary is really into trains, and Jakey and Zach both are really into the show called Number Blocks, and I love it. My kids are spouting off numbers and addition and all this like crazy stuff. For their age, I'm like just so impressed, and it's all because of the show on YouTube. And I don't know if it's just on YouTube, but it's called Number Blocks, and so I'm like, yeah, you have at it. I will. It's so funny though. They all day are like, Mom, what's 4 + 5? Holy man. Like, I like math, but it's been a while on some of these things, and they're not all that easy. Mom, what's 1 + 2 + 3 + 4 + 5 + 6 + 7 + 8 + 9 + 10? It's 55, bud. Now I know that because he keeps asking me the same ones, but it is so funny. I just love it. They are such little angels. Well, not always, but hit the X to get the thumbs. Oh, there. All right. I got it. We're good. Got my thumbs up registered. Now I need to get my comments back. So, anyways, that is my silly boys. So, yeah. Okay. So, without further ado, let's crack open this paper pumpkin and really get to work here. I'm really excited. Sometimes I like the challenge of not having cards, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. But key to my heart is the January paper pumpkin. Become locked in love this season with elegant card bases and pre-cut pieces. That sounds wonderful. And then here's the advertisement to go above and beyond with the exclusive add-on. So I'm assuming these are stamps that are in it, and then this add-on is just the card bases and envelopes. And then here are the instructions on how to make that with the add-on. So that's pretty cool. I'm also going to show you in a little bit what we made with the add-on kit, and it's exclusively for the Winter Creative Escape participants. So still have room for, I think it was 6 or so Winter Creative Escape participants. So if you're a demonstrator or have no clue what I'm talking about, reach out to Chris for more information on that. But it is going to be a great time. I'm so excited. Okay. Hi, Carla. Thanks for tuning in from Kentucky. All right, so primarily sentiments this time. Good things come in small packages. You did it. Graduation, congrats. For you, cheers to forever. For your special delivery, and then special delivery, a heart with love, oh baby, and happy and birthday. We also have a Stampin' Spot, which is garden green. I swallowed funny, and now it's like hanging in my throat. And then we have this twine that is in basic gray. An exclusive box with some sprinkles and white tissue paper this time. Okay, and then we've got our kit. So here are the treatsy boxes. I don't know how many we're making today. We'll see. Okay, so let's pop it open and see what we're dealing with. So, comment if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber and got this kit. And let me know, is anyone crafting along with me tonight? Oh my gosh, I just noticed this past month that I must have run out of my Paper Pumpkin subscription because I got charged. And so come sale-a-bration, which for demonstrators, it technically is celebration already. But I'm going to order myself a new subscription so I can get, I don't know, it's like what, for every $50 you get one, and it's like 2 something for the whole year. So I'll get probably like 5 sale-a-bration items. So I'm so excited about that. Sale-a-bration starts in January for customers. So be sure to check the status of your Paper Pumpkin subscription, because it is a great time to renew it and get all of those beautiful sale-a-bration items. I'm so excited. There are so many great things that are coming. So, oh my goodness, trying to get myself organized. And it is not working so well. Oh, I can't wait to catch up on some of those comments. I need to grab a few things, though. It turns out I wasn't as well prepared as I thought I was going to be. Yikes. My world is in a little bit of a crazy, topsy-turvy, it's been a hard couple of months. So I am hopeful that I can get myself a little bit reset and then go into the new year on a little bit better of a mental state, emotional state. Really just trying to kick the year off well and set myself up for some success. So, all right, I was like, where did I put my instructions? Okay. Ooh, there are 4 different boxes that we are making tonight, which is so exciting. And we are going to start with the green one. So let's grab the green one. Oh, this is so cool, guys. Okay, so they are double-sided, and each different side is a different color. Wow, I was not expecting that. That was a fun surprise. So check out all of these beautiful colors. This is a very universal set. I'm really excited. Okay. All right, let's see here. I'm sorry, I was just trying to gather my thoughts here. Okay, so I need to grab a garden green box. I need to grab a light blue. So I'll need to come up with what color this is. I'm guessing balmy blue? Oh, cool. So I just showed you the different colors. Now let's look at all the different belly bands. So this is probably soft succulent, and it's got flowers on it. On the back side, we have gray polka dots. We've got a lightish yellow. Not exactly sure what yellow we've got here. I'm guessing this is a baby theme with a star and moons. And then we have our soft seafoam, soft succulent, stripes. This one, guessing balmy blue with some graduation hats. So cool. Or school in general, because it's got pencils and stuff like that. And then we have garden green polka dots. And I'm going to pull one of these aside. Then we've got the birthday sprinkles. Ooh, with the bright colorful stripes. Very cool. This kit, I researched just a smidge before popping on for my alternatives. But other than that, I am not in tune. So like I didn't really follow the hype around the kit and the release. So this is all just a very fun surprise for me. Okay, we're also going to need a grad cap. And then, let's see here. We don't need a tag for this one, but we are going to take one of these. So I don't know what these actually are, but they look like little bread tags, like the tags that you get on your loaf of bread bags. So if anyone's got a better descriptor for that, that's just what I'm going with for it. Okay, so it appears as though these are the supplies we need for this one. So we are going to stamp first. As always, ooh, Luann, that is a great idea. Luann doesn't do her paper pumpkin kits until she's seen the alternative ideas, which is so smart because there are so many times when, you know, paper pumpkin is great, and I love paper pumpkin. I am a strong advocate for it, but some people, telling you, some people are super creative, and you can absolutely customize the kit to be more suited to your needs or your likings. Okay, so supposedly there's a congrats. Why am I not seeing it? Oh my goodness, it's right in front of my face. Because then you know if you want to use the kit the way it was designed, or, again, love paper pumpkin, but there's not necessarily a lot of creativity involved, which is fine, especially like I like it when I'm just in a creative slump or, you know, haven't had the time or also the mental stamina to make something creative. So then I just pop down with a paper pumpkin kit and feel like I made something really beautiful without needing a lot of creative juices flowing. So, but if you use the kit in an alternative way, you kind of get the best of both worlds. So, I'm going to try, I mounted both stamps on one block. You have a little bit of a buffer between because you just can't get the stamps any closer. So it does just fit, but I may advise that you stamp them twice. So stamp the congrats and then stamp the you did it, because then you can squeeze them closer together. But if you do want to put them both on one block, it does just fit. You may have noticed I brought into play my classic stamping pad. I always do that with paper pumpkin. I also bring in my own block as well. Oh my goodness, that is not going to work. That is hard. So that one's going to need to be refreshed. So let's see. Are we going to have better luck on this one? Chris, have you not been stamping? What are you doing? All right, let's see if there is... Okay, pause. I will be right back. Okay. I found one that was dry, or wet, sorry, wet. I'm gonna pull those out too, because she will need those moistened before the next time. Okay, so, I lost my train of thought. I don't know what we were talking about. So if it was anything important, I think it was the blocks. Paper Pumpkin comes with a block the first time that you subscribe, and the beauty of the block is all the stamps that Paper Pumpkin will ever give you are guaranteed to fit on it. So that's great, but you may notice they are not our standard blocks, so it's thinner, which doesn't really matter, but our standard blocks have a nice rounded edge, which is easier to grip. So when I do Paper Pumpkin, because I have the luxury of owning some of the stamp supplies, I bring in my own supplies. Although it is not necessary, Paper Pumpkin is a completely inclusive kit. So anything you need, you will get. Okay, so let's move those things off to the side. Now, we need to assemble our box. So I'm assuming every time I do this, it's going to get easier. But for the first time, I am going to need to digest this a little. So, presumably, we're folding on all of the score lines. I love pre-scored things because it is just so simple when everything is already folded and cut for you. So let's go ahead and fold on all of the score lines. Now, we have the flap up top, and it looks like we start from the top and cascade down. Nope. Okay, so I'm trying to digest their diagram, how they show it, and I'm not completely following it, but knowing what this box looks like and knowing the end result that I'm shooting for, I'm going to try and see if I can just make this make sense to you guys too. So we're gonna, according to my way, and I'm sorry if this does not make sense to everyone, we're going to fold in the long flaps on the skinny ends. So now we've got basically a tray, and then we're going to bring in the side flaps and then tuck it into the tab. So basically, down here is a little slot, and here is the, exactly, Luann. See, we got it. Here's the tab that goes into that slot. So again, fold in the long tabs and then fold up the side and tuck that tab down. Okay, now I'm just gonna fold this score a little tighter. So I don't know why this diagram seems so confusing to me, and my apologies if like this is clear as day and I'm just not getting it, but somehow these arrows are to indicate what we just did. So does that make sense to anyone? If you have any questions, you know, we will be doing this 3 more times because we have 3 more boxes to make, but that is the gist of it. Okay, so then we've got our blue, let's see here. This would be, why am I blanking? This is a sleeve to go around the box. And we basically are going to have, it looks like about 1 inch of overlap. So that would be why in their picture, they're showing that the tear and tape goes about halfway through the middle of the top flap. So let's bring out a piece of tear and tape. Tear and tape is included in this kit, which is awesome. I love tear and tape. I think I've shared this story before, but I was so hesitant to get tear and tape. I don't know why. I think I just didn't want another supply. I didn't know if it was necessary, but by the time I finally got it, I was so glad I did. And my suggestion here is to wrap the belly band, is what I should have called it the first time, around the box so that you know about how tight you want it to be. And then I wouldn't press the ends in too much because then it'll be too tight. So I'm basically going to loosely hold the belly band and the box, and then I'm going to loosely tap down the belly band. Try it, and I like that. So then I'm going to slide it out, and I'm just going to put a little bit more firm pressure on that seam. Okay, so now I'm going to put the belly band back on the box, and then we are going to decorate, which is going to be super duper simple. So let's go ahead and cut 18 inches of our twine. For those of you that have not recognized this yet, and I say that with no disrespect implied because you would not understand how long it took me to recognize that there was a ruler along the side of the paper pumpkin. I don't know when they implemented that. It's been a while though. So there is a ruler printed on the side. I'm trying to find the end of this guy, and I think that's the other end. So where do we start? Where, oh where, oh where do we start? Yeah, so my point is, if you didn't know, there is a ruler along the side of our paper pumpkin kit. Oh my goodness, you guys. So you can use that to measure out your ribbon, because they do tell you how much you are expected to use for your kit. Okay. There. And now we're like halfway woven in between. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Something is not quite right. I do, oh, there we go. Okay, so 18 inches is the entire length of our pamphlet. So let's grab our ribbon scissors and snip that off. Okay. Then, according to the diagram, our bow goes around the box this way, and then we've got our grad cap is going to have a dimensional that adheres it to our bread tag, and then we're also going to have dimensionals behind this sentiment piece. Woo! I got that a little close to the edge. Okay. All right, so we were hanging off the edge, so I peeled that guy off. Oops. Okay. All right, so now I think I'm going to tie this first. I may regret this, but this is what we're gonna try. Tie it, and I'm gonna keep it in the first third. So, oh my God, my nails are a little too long to tie bows. Oopsies. I have naturally strong fingernails, which is a blessing for sure. But then I don't want to cut them, and like, they're not outrageously bad, but this one is a little long. It's time. Okay, so then we're going to take the backs off of the dimensionals. We are going to center this sentiment top to bottom off to the right hand side, and then we're going to hang the bread tag from our bow. Which is super cute. I'm gonna tuck that behind. Okay, so here is our box. I am quite certain that these are large enough to fit a gift card, which would make a fantastic graduation gift. So there's thing number one. I'll put that over here. Okay, next we've got the coral box, which is the back of this beautiful blue. And then we need, all right, one more bread clip. I am so sorry. I have no clue what this is supposed to be, but that is really what I'm going with. It is cute. I love it. I am so excited about how these turned out. This holiday especially, I have been more into giving gift cards than I ever have been in the past. And I think it's just because my own consumer habit has recently been that I've been enjoying shopping for myself. And I hope that doesn't sound selfish, but let me explain. You know, it's just, there are so many things that I like and want. And I don't want to necessarily buy them for no reason. So when I get a gift card, I feel like I have this bonus opportunity to go shopping. And that is the kind of feeling that I hope I'm giving when I give a gift card. It's not the whole I'm lazy and didn't take the opportunity to get you something. I do try to look at it from, another perspective of I want you to get that opportunity to go enjoy shopping and find something that you really want. So that has been my gift card philosophy. I think I would put the twine the other way so I could take it off and on. So I agree, Judy. That was something I was like, this is a little different, because you definitely have to untie the bow to open it. So I guess it does give a little extra stability then, because it is helping keep the box closed. But another thing you could do is loop it around the belly band so that this piece is 100% intact. And maybe that's what I'll do for the next one, is try that. Because then you could take the belly band off and not worry about losing the, beauty of having the ribbon on it. Okay, good things come in small packages, which is so cute because this is a small little package. Hello, Mary from Michigan. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay. And I should also bring in my piercing mat. So how did everyone enjoy their Christmas? If you celebrate Christmas, did you have a nice holiday? Any memorable or notable things that you would like to pop on and tell us about? Ooh, I feel like I stamped that too high. Well, a little bit, but that is okay. Okay. Yep, you could also put just the bow on. That's a great idea too. Also, if you do just the bow, then you're conserving your ribbon and you can use it for other purposes. All right. Oh, I should not have put that away. That was a little silly. Okay, so we are going to put our cupcake on with a dimensional. Okay, so there's that. And then on our bread tag thing, oh, there it is. We're going to use the stamps Happy and Birthday to stamp Happy Birthday. I'm so excited. Zach's birthday is January 30th. So he has that opportune birthday where we're just coming off of the Christmas high, and then he gets to dream about what he wants for his birthday right away. And it's far enough away that you're not like overindulged from Christmas and you can move on to his birthday. But still close enough that like he's thinking about it already. So that's very excited. Okay, so Happy Birthday, and then we're going to stamp one more Happy. Judy was snowed in. Snowdrifts were 4 feet high and about 15 feet wide. I can attest to that. The snowdrifts out here have been horrible. But the boys and I had an opportunity to go outside and play in the snow after the frigid temperatures passed, and it was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I hear you, Judy. It was pretty nasty out there for a while. Glad that it is gone. I'm sure it's coming back. I have no doubt that it's coming back. Hi, Karen. So good to hear from you. So glad to see that you're on. Okay. So stamping is done for that one. We're going to go ahead and assemble This box, just remember, and like this is so obvious, I probably am in vain just by saying it. Just remember that when you are assembling the box, the beautiful color on the inside, or I should say on the top side, is the color that is going to go on the inside. My favorite memory from Christmas this year was literally last night, which is funny. So again, I'm creasing on all of the score marks. I'm going to put the long skinny flaps in and then tuck the side flap over. I'm going to fold this back so you can see it. I'm going to tuck the side flaps over and under into that slot. So long flaps in, we're going to go over and tuck it under, give that a nice crisp crease, and then we can fold our box in. So last night, we went to the Oshkosh Lights show with the kids. It's just a park that they use the whole park ground to make a like drive-through light show. It's pretty cool. We enjoyed it. There were a lot of beautiful displays to check out, and it was just fun to do something different with the boys. And then we stopped at Culver's and got some ice cream, which is so funny because it's like literally very cold. But we got some ice cream, and then when we got home, we watched the Polar Express as a family, and my boys have been so obsessed with Polar Express. I mean, I can't remember if it was last year or the year before. They would watch it like at least 3 times a day. It is so funny. But this year we hadn't watched it yet, so it was great to sit down and watch it all together as a family. And they snugged up on the couch with me. Oh, it was so wonderful. Just, took the whole afternoon and didn't worry about the to-do list or the things that I'm working on, which was really great. So this one has a stripy pattern to it, so I'm trying really hard to make them line up well. And I think, let's see here. Hopefully didn't make it too tight. Oh, Luann, I'm so sorry to hear that. Sorry, that stuck up on me. The illnesses have been like flying around like crazy. So I'm really sorry to hear that. But at least you were able to still celebrate the holiday, even though it was a little late. Okay, so now I'm not going to measure the 18 inches. I'm going to try it this way so that we can just slide it on and off. So I'm not going to measure out the 18 inches because it is going to be too much. I'm going to try to tie it. Let's see here. This time we want the bow on the right side. So I'm going to try to tie it while it's on the spool because I really don't know how much we're going to need here. My guess is if 18 inches goes around the whole box, I'm thinking somewhere around maybe 10 inches would do well. Don't have a real long tail on this one. And it's not super tight, so maybe I can try to tighten that up a little bit. Although, here's what I can do. I'll go ahead, now that I have an estimation, I'll snip a little generously. Now I'm going to untie it and try a little harder to get this tighter this time. And again, don't watch my bow process because with these long nails, it's difficult. Also, anyone who's been a follower of Cards by Christine for any length of time knows about the magical bow makers and how spoiled we are with the bow makers, that tying a bow by hand just seems archaic. Which, to be honest with you, I keep grabbing the wrong loop. We could have just put a loop around the belly band and then adhered a bow on with a glue dot. That totally would have worked. But here we are doing the crazy thing. Also, now my bow doesn't really see if I can tell it who's boss. Sometimes they listen, other times they don't. But that one turned out pretty good. So now we've got our bow on the belly band, so we could go ahead and just slide it on and off. Unlike this one, where the ribbon is all the way around and you can slide this, but you won't be able to take it off until you untie the bow. So, two different ways, neither one is right nor wrong. You just do what you think is best. Now, you will see on this one, the tag is hanging off the edge. And to be honest with you, I kind of like it at a diagonal. I might do that. And I'm going to shift that over some more. What do we think here? I like it at, well, I need to remind myself that I'm making this for Chris, and Chris is not usually a diagonal. Chris likes things very precise, maybe is the right word. But you'll notice that tilted or kind of asymmetrical things are not really in Chris's flow, not really her design technique or fancy. I'm going to scooch this up because I don't want the dimensionals to go onto it, and then I'm going to maintain it to the left side, so kind of hanging off the left side, but also I'm going to bring mine down a little. That's just my personal preference. And then I'm going to put this little tail behind the cupcake and my happy birthday. I thought the angle looked good too, so we'll see. I try not to stray from, so when I do paper pumpkin, I usually try not to stray from the description, because I'm just walking through the instructions with you guys on how to make it yourself. But sometimes, like this ribbon thing, sometimes I feel like our thoughts and ideas supersede the instructions. Not very often, like Paper Pumpkin really does a great job, but I personally do like the ribbon. Like this just seems a little more considerate for the gift opener, and then the fact is they literally could just put their own gift card in it and send it on to the next person. So the main difference here is you won't see that ribbon on or around the box. So like right now, you can't really even see any of the ribbon besides the bow. But it still, I think, is a little more functional, in my opinion. So 2 boxes done. On now to, ooh, I like this one, the gray box, which is here on the back of the light blue. Cheers, congrats to forever. So here we've got a little wedding box. All right, so we've got our flower, a leaf. I love these intricate die cut leaves. So cute. Then we need another one of these. Okay. All right, so this time we need another bread tag. Oh, this is just cracking me up. I really enjoy this shape. I feel like I would like a die of this shape because I would use it on a lot of things, and it just makes me giggle because it literally reminds me of those grocery store tags. I have no clue if anyone else is getting those vibes, but it's just hitting me. All right, so happy for you, and congrats, and cheers to forever. One of my tasks that I'm trying to do over break is get a handle on and organize my pictures. So in 2018, I think, I got a Google Pixel phone. So then I started using Google Photos, and I have completely transitioned over to using Google Photos, and I love Google Photos a lot. But prior to 2018, I have photos on a portable hard drive. So I'm trying to condense my old photos so that I can store them all on Google Photos. Oh, and it is such a challenge. There's just, and you know, a lot of the pictures from like high school and stuff, I don't need them all. So I have them still on a hard drive. So I don't anticipate, I've only gotten through a year's worth of hard drive photos that I'm now ready to bring onto Google Photos. So I started with 2017 and then I'm going to work backwards. But it just, I don't need all of those pictures completely accessible. So I just want to be judicious about how I'm doing it so that I'm not wasting time and space. But I'm excited about it because I think it's gonna be cool to have the photos more accessible and to take a trip down memory lane. And so that's kind of what I've somewhat been doing. And I've been seeing all these pictures of my boys when they were so little, which has been fun too. So it's definitely an undertaking, but I'm enjoying it. It's funny how technology changes things, and like I was thinking about how photos have evolved so much over the years, and even in recent history, how, you know, obviously we don't shoot film anymore or do stuff like that. And my mom actually took all of our printed photos and scanned them all. So once I'm through my pictures, then I'm going to go through all the scanned pictures that she did and load them up. So I have basically my whole life, and then previous to that, accessible, which is going to be great. But I think you can understand why I'm really overwhelmed by the process. But I'm just trying to take it incrementally and do what I can and try to enjoy the process, because, you know, it's not every day or every year that you put your hands on these pictures, and there's just so much history in that is really, really cool. Okay, so we are going to flip this tag over. Oh, I need 2 little leafies. Put one up top and one off the side. Oh, I love this even more. So cool. Okay, and then we're going to use tear and tape to adhere that, and we're not going to peel the backing off. Ooh, I did that a little crooked. Whoopsies. So I'm going to bring my glue scissor in and snip that, because we don't need that hanging off. Whoopsies. Okay, so then we're going to take our flower and we're going to put a dimensional behind that guy. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put the dimensional on the tag so it's where I want it to be, and then stick the flower down so I can place that where I want it to be as well. And then, is there any wiggle on this? Eek. Eek, 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 eek. I'm going to try to smidge that over just a hair. Nope. She moved a little bit. There we go. I like that. Okay. So now we've got the gray box. Where did I put that? Oh, here it is. Okay, so going ahead and scoring them up. Making all my little folds. Okay, then we are going to fold this back just for your viewing purposes. 3rd time's a charm here. We're gonna put in our long tabs, fold down and up, I think I said that completely backwards. We're gonna fold up, then back down. So we're gonna fold up and back down. Then we are going to bring the lid back over the top. Now, this belly band is going to be the light green. I love this color combo so much. Okay, we're gonna fold that all the way around, and then we're going to take a piece of tear and tape down the middle and close up that box. Actually, the seam isn't super visible, and with all of the stuff that we're putting over the top, you absolutely could put the seam on the top, but I'm going to put it on the bottom because it's just not necessary to have it shown. Okay. Then, sorry, I was just trying to refresh my comments. Okay, so then we are going to do a 14-inch piece of ribbon. So now this time the ribbon is going around the belly band. The first two were around the box, and this one is around just the belly band. So we are going to follow the instructions on this one and go ahead and make a bow, keeping our ribbon in the first third. All right, let's see if we can do this. Ooh, a little too far. That's a pretty sad looking bow. We are gonna try that again. And hopefully I can get it a little tighter too. Oh, you know what? This is a great opportunity to bring our reverse tweezers in. Oh my goodness, that is game changer. So I have a pair of reverse tweezers. The talented General Hampshire made me aware of them. So I bought one, and then like literally the catalog after Stampin' Up! Has one now in their like embossing buddy type of set. But I had already purchased one at that point in time, so I didn't buy another one. But they are game changers. So if you don't have one, I would consider purchasing one. They are pretty handy. Okay, so then, oh, see now here, I didn't quite follow the instructions. Someone should have yelled at me. Go ahead and put a piece of tear and tape centered along the back of your tag, and then it's going to hang off of the left. So I maybe went a little too far with the tear and tape. So I'm going to back that up just a little bit. And then we are going to slip it under our ribbon. So I'm going to leave just about, I don't know, somewhere between 1/8 and 1/4 of an inch hanging off over on the side. Then we are going to shimmy our ribbon wherever we want it, and we are going to use a dimensional, nope, sorry, we're not adhering. Hi, Hildy. Thank you so much for joining us. We're not adhering our bread tag. We're just going to lightly hang it on that bow. That is so cute. I love this so much. I have crazy tails here. Crazy, very, very crazy tails. Holy man. So I'm going to try to straighten those out a little bit. But, all right. There we go. What are the tweezers called? So, I think they are called reverse tweezers. If someone has an opportunity to either look in, I think it, I don't know which catalog it's in, but it's in the embossing set. or even just Amazon if you want to look on Amazon. I think if you search reverse tweezer, you will find them. And the beautiful thing is, so if you squeeze a tweezer, it closes. So like when using a tweezer, you press the handles together to close your tweezer. This functions exactly reverse. It is held tense, so held closed, and then when you squeeze it, it opens. So it is literally an extra set of hands, because what you're trying to do when you're tying a bow is hold the knot together so you can make the loops. So if you squeeze and close this on your knot, then it is staying held while you're finicking with the loops and the tails. It is heaven sent. Okay, so while you let that sit, because holy man, I'm telling you, it's earth shattering. We're gonna bring in our light green. We are also going to bring in one of our circles, one of our skinny little banners, and another bread tag. Okay. So, I just need to check my email quick to see if Chris emailed me paper pumpkin drawing. She is on it. Okay, so I got what I needed. So I can keep moving. Okay, I need to take a drink quick, so just a second. Okay. All right, and then we also are going to grab the yellow belly band. Okay. I have a soda from the supper that I picked up on my way into town. And now I have like phlegm caught in the back of my throat. So sorry about all that dead air right there. I just was trying to not like cough up some yuckiness on camera. Oh, yeah. Craziness. All right, so let's get this last box assembled. Again, I'm not following the instructions. Someone needs to yell at me. We were doing the stamping first, but that's okay. All right, so let's go ahead and I don't know what that embossing set was called, and I don't even know if it's still around. I thought it came out in one of the recent catalogs. Are gift card boxes available on a regular basis? That is a great question. I don't think so. And if someone has a better answer, please feel free to jump in and let Kat or all of us know. I think these boxes are just available as the Paper Pumpkin kit, and I don't even know if they are further available for purchase. I don't know if they're in the Paper Pumpkin section on the website or not. Plus, to purchase Paper Pumpkin either extra kits or refill kits, I do think you need to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, just a FYI. But I think they would be a great thing to add to Stampin' Up's product list if they aren't, because these boxes, now granted I've never made them before, here we are making them together because they were in this kit, but these are awesome and I really love them. So I think they would be a great product line to have. Or, I don't know if this would fit as a die, but if this would fit on our die cutting machines, talk about a game changer. Could make a die for it. Okay, so here we are with our last box and band setup. And we're going to bring in our stamps. Chaos. Does anyone else have one of these? Okay, now they're called shackets, I think. So I think it's a shirt and a jacket, which makes shacket. If I'm wrong on that, like, please tell me. I am not tuned into fashion or style. But I've been seeing them everywhere. So many people I know have them. And I've been seeing them, like, in my advertisements on Facebook and stuff like that. And I got a notification that they were, I don't know, half price on Amazon. So I got this jacket for only, I think it was $18. And I love it. Now, if you're not from the Midwest or somewhere cold, maybe it wouldn't be, like, such a great thing. But holy man, I, like, don't want to take it off. It's so nice and warm. And they are, I think, pretty cute. So I am, like, all over it. I kind of want to order another one. Although, I saw in Boss Kit mini catalog, page 49, going to carry over. Awesome, Doris. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, so I don't know. Yes, this black isn't super clear. You probably can't see this, but I am going to stamp this off because I can tell that the ink coverage is not, like, you might be able to see that. It's very blotchy. So it is a great idea to stamp the photopolymer stamps off at least once. Like, look at the difference here. The bottom one is very splotchy and uneven, and the second one is much, much, much clearer. So stamping a new photopolymer stamp off a time or two before you use it is a great idea, in case you did not know that. Oh, Mom must not know that I'm live. She's giving me a call. So my mom and dad went with her sister up to Neilsville. They usually go every year for New Year's, and I was really glad they went, but that's what left me in a little bit of a pickle. So I was so, like, thankful that Chris said she could kind of tail the boys while I was doing this. So yeah. Okay, so that is our special delivery, and then I'm going to stamp for your special delivery. Oh, that is funny. Special delivery for your special delivery. That's a little redundant, I dare say. Ooh, I actually got it straight. That is a 1 in a million shot. Okay, and then, oh baby, goes on our little bread tag. I really hope things are going super well for Chris, because the boys can sometimes be a handful. As they should. They're 2 and 4. Okay, so now Festival Foods wants me. I am just in demand right now. Okay, before any horrible mistakes, we're gonna close up our stamp pad. Okay, now we've got this step all done because I got a little too ambitious there. Oh, I forgot to punch out. We're gonna use 2 little stars. So I need to bring my, you guys, here's my to-do list. I was over here, I think it was Tuesday, and I made myself, Chris and I sat down, we talked through some of the things that I needed to do. For those of you that don't know, you do see me once a month for Paper Pumpkin, and every once in a while I'll pop in for game night and stuff like that. Of course, I also do Technique Thursday, but I also work on the back end of Cards by Christine, making the cover photos, watermarking all the cards, making the graphics, and all that kind of fun stuff. So we went through a plan on some of the stuff that I needed to work on. And I made a nice to-do list, and I forgot it here, which is not helpful. So, I had to text Chris, and actually by the time that she got back to me, because she actually went to a hockey game, I think, which was great. I was glad to hear that. I was gonna ask that, Deb. I was gonna see if she maybe would bring the boys out. I think they would enjoy that. So, yeah. I love them so much. They are so special to me. Okay, so these dimensionals, like, just fit on the back of these. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that one hung over a little bit. Okay, so let's get those stuck on and then peel the tear and tape. And then we're gonna put him off to the right-hand side. And then give a little extra push on your stars too, so that if there are any dimensionals hanging off, they get stuck down. Then we're gonna go ahead and do 14 inches again of our ribbon. 12, 13, 14. Okay. We are going to make one last bow. And then we are going to excitedly move on to our alternative. Okay, so here I'm gonna go pull myself my knot for my bow, and then I'm gonna sneak my tweezers in. And then this is literally the first time I've done this. I've seen other people do this like once or twice. Once I have my tweezers on, I'm going to pull a little bit to tighten it. And actually, I didn't have it on the center of the knot. So I'm gonna pull a little bit to tighten it. Tweezers remains in place. And now I'm just going to tie my bow around my tweezers. Kind of more like on top of my tweezers. Okay, so release the tweezers, and then I'm going to go back in and tighten up that bow. Ah, so cool. That is a game changer. It's like the extra set of hands that you always need. I need a reverse tweezer for parenting. Can I say that? Okay, then we are going to, oh baby, on the ribbon. And I'm gonna keep my tails nice and long on this one. Okay, so here are our 4 boxes. What do you think? Do you have a favorite? They're all, I know, pretty similar, so like you don't have to have a favorite. But I personally really like this one. I like the neutrality of the box. I like the, I don't know, green is my least favorite color. I am going to be perfectly honest with you. But I really like the die cut leaves here. And it just, to me, that one is the winner. Okay, now let's go ahead and move on to our alternative. Okay. Oh, and I was going to show this off like a long time ago. So remember when I showed you the Good Things cards and envelopes? So these coordinate, it's that same like texture that you see here. All are adorable. Yes, they turned out very cute. So this add-on pack can be used with these. But look at this. This is a project that we are making at the Winter Creative Escape. So if you want to be surprised and are coming to the Winter Creative Escape, you might want to close your eyes for a little bit. But I don't think you're going to want to do that because they are so great. So this is utilizing all of the pieces of that add-on kit. So all of these envelopes are tucked. Oh, how am I going to show this? So the flap of the envelope is put under this layer so that you're cascading from one envelope to the next. Now you've got all these cute little pockets to tuck things in. And then all of the left-hand sides are technically the back of the envelopes that are decorated with the card bases, trimmed down, cut in half. And you put that on and then decorate it with, I think this is DSP from Sale-a-bration, not positive, but that would be my guess. But isn't that such a cool project? I am so excited to make this. So that is utilizing the card bases and envelopes from the add-on kit, which I thought was such a brilliant way to use that. Like, obviously, yeah, 100% go ahead and make cards and envelopes with it, but I thought this was such a creative use of that add-on kit. So there's your little sneak peek. Okay, I'm gonna clean up my spot just a hair more. And then we are going to move these out of the way. Let's see, we'll make room. We'll put them there. And then, okay, I need to choose which one I want to use for the alternative. And I'm inclined to think I want to do the gray one because that's the one I liked the most. So I want to see it come to life as a card. And then I need to bring up my inspiration. Full disclosure, I did not have time to make the alternative ahead of time. So we are going to be live streaming our trial run at this. So wish me luck. I hope it turns out. So let's see here. I need this piece because we are going to make a graduation card. Ooh, or I could make a wedding card. I think I'm gonna do graduation. I like these elements. Oh, I don't know. So the reason that I'm contemplating here, you're going to see both sides of this. So the soft succulent looks, I think it's soft succulent, looks great here with the gray, but we're gonna be using this color scheme because you're gonna see both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and this is gonna be an experiment. So like full disclosure, I hope this works out. Okay, so the first step is I am going to trim off all the tabs. So we're gonna do that. Oops, I was a little short on that one. Ooh, and this one doesn't work out so well because it got a little bit of extra here. So let's grab our paper scissors and just snip that piece off. Okay. Okay. Then we are going to, let's see here. Does it matter how I do this? I'm going to bring in a punch. This one. Okay. I'm really bad. So, will there be a video of how to make the book? That is a really great question, Mary. I know there will be a video for the Winter Creative Escape participants because Chris will be going through it live. If it is not available to the general public, I will see about potentially doing that for a Technique Thursday 1 week, because it is so cool and I completely understand the desire to want to know how to make it. So we'll make sure we get that accessible to you. Okay, so I'm going to punch this shape out of what I hope is the middle of this panel. Oh no, it's stuck. Hey, that's pretty close. So, all of my stamping fanatics that are watching along with me, if you know the name of this punch, that would just be great, because I don't, off the top of my head, know what this punch is called. This is the punch that I'm using, and what I did was I cut all of the tabs off the side. So now we just have the box portion, and I put the side, it doesn't matter, both of these sides are the same width, but I put the side with the rounded flap, and I pushed it all the way towards the elbow, and I pushed it flat against there. It is minorly off center, but that is as far in as I can get it. If I could go another 16th or even 32nds of an inch, it would be more centered, but that is as far as I can get it, and I'm okay with that because you're barely going to notice. The boys are doing great. Oh, so Chris, there has been a request for the boys to make a special appearance at the end. If that works out, I'll text you when I'm within 5 minutes of finishing. I did see that you texted me the list of the names to draw from, so that was great. Okay, so this is what we're going to end up with. Don't know if it matters, but I am going to fold it that the adhesive is on the left-hand side, and you'll see why in a little bit. Yes, I did see that. Okay, so then I'm going to stamp centered in here, and because we're using this blue, which corresponds with this blue, although, let's see, are there any other corresponding blues? And of course, to be perfectly honest, you could use this, would correspond very well, or you could use any DSP or cardstock that you have on hand. I do, when I make alternatives, I do usually try, oh, I lost my comments. Ah, look at that. Tuned in just in time, Chris. Okay. Sale-a-bration, celebration. That is going to be great. That book is amazing. I was told the concept, but it just is so cool when you can flip through it, and especially when you see it in person. It is amazing. Okay, so we're going to stick with the grad cap for this one. And I think what I was saying, if I didn't finish it, is that I do always try to use the contents of the kit for the alternatives without too much add-on, because I don't know what you guys have at home, and I still want you to be able to do what you want with the kit and beyond. So you absolutely could go ahead and stamp in your green. So here I just say I use everything in the kit, but now I am going to transition to either basic gray or black memento. So let me see what I grab here. I'm going to do basic gray because the memento wasn't on the rack. But I do think it's going to obviously tie very nicely to that. All right, let's go ahead and center the you did it where it would be centered within the label. And I think to avoid getting it crooked, I'm going to make it crooked on purpose. Okay. Then I need to clean off my stamp. Okay, so now if you had any stamps or imagery that corresponded with it, you absolutely could decorate it in there a little bit more. Don't really have much of that, at least not on hand. I'm going to bring in some of our embellishments. So my literal only complaint about Paper Pumpkin, and it's not even an all the time thing, is recently I've been noticing you don't always, or maybe even often, get embellishments. So I'm bringing in my own embellishments to decorate this card. I should say decorate the alternative card. I don't know what I'm looking for, to be perfectly honest with you. Just some type of rhinestone. I know Chris has these all so organized based on what catalog they're in. But whereas I don't really even know exactly what I'm seeking, so I like those, but there's only one size, so we'll come back to that. Oh, maybe these, oh, I like that. We'll use those. Okay. Okay, so now we need to, I'm gonna grab my take your pick tool and going to take the white version of these embellishments. It appears as though these are two sizes, so 1 row of large and 2 rows of small. Ew, I flipped her over. So I'm gonna put 2 on the top, 1 on the bottom. And I think I'm also going to Stella, just to make it a little more spruced up. I don't know how, just a little crazy around the edges is, I guess, what I'm going for here. Sorry about that hair. Okay, so that's what I'm doing there. And then, oh, there's basic gray in here too. Okay, so now I might need to add some of those. Let's see here. Okay, I don't know, I might regret this. I'm gonna move this one down to here. I'm gonna put a gray up top with another white. Uh-oh. Can't get it off. And then, ooh, I hope I like this. A gray small down here. Okay, now only problem is that is an even amount of embellishments, which is kind of like a small little sin, but I might leave it. Also just moving these up a little bit because when I closed it, I noticed that we're a little too low down here. Oopsies. Okay, so there's that. There's that. I think I'm going to take this white one off. We'll see. We can always add more. Okay, so let's shoot these back. I'm so glad I found those. That was not what I was looking for, but I love these embellishments. I think that's a really nice touch to it. Okay. Now, I picked a bad theme, and you'll understand why in just a minute. Okay, I'm gonna grab a card base in thick, basic white. Oopsies. Okay, thick white. And I'm gonna burnish it. Oops. Oh, that's a pearl. Got a lone survivor of a pearl over here. So, I'm going to be completely honest with you. This goes on the inside of the card, and I have put zero thought into what the outside of the card is going to look like. So we are going to do that together. Okay, so we are going to close up our boxy thing. I don't know. Whatever this is. We're going to seal it shut. And then we're gonna do one more row of tear and tape. Actually, we're gonna be using a lot of tear and tape here. So I'm gonna put 2 pieces now. We're gonna put tear and tape along this whole side. And back. Because we love tear and tape, and moreover, we love when our projects stick. So I'm gonna put 3 rows, or columns, I guess, of tear and tape along the back piece. Then I'm going to take the backing off, and we're gonna get this thing stuck down. Whee! Okay, halfway done with the tear and tape. There's a lot of tear and tape here. Tear and tape is a fantastic adhesive, so it is my friend, especially for places that need things to stick very well. Okay, so now this is going to go right in the seam. I don't know, centered top to bottom, I think. Then we're gonna stick the back down first. Then we're going to kiss it against the top, and then we are going to close it. Now, this card is going to be thick, but now when you open it, it's a pop-up card. So let's see. Sorry, I felt one of the pieces of tear and tape wasn't stuck. So now when you open it, you can see how that box opens and closes. So I saw, I can't even remember who it was. So sorry if it was you. I think it was Rachel Tessman, made something like this. So I totally cased her idea because I thought it was brilliant. It was a cool way to utilize these supplies in an unexpected way. Okay, so now how to use these pieces to finish designing the card. So now here, what I would anticipate is you'd sign in this column over here. It's a little a-traditional because normally you'd have like a sentiment up here in the center and then you'd sign down here. So it's kind of different, but that's okay. But here's where I said I did not think this through, because now we need to come up with something graduation-ish, and I have no ideas. So, I'm hoping to get inspired by something. So give me 30 seconds while I go browse. Okay, so that was somewhat unfruitful. Anyone that's watching along, if you feel so inclined to kind of page through the catalog, either of the catalogs, and shout out congrats. I thought there was a set that had die cut words, potentially, that had a congratulations in it. Luann, that is so brilliant. I wonder if I can find the sale-a-bration stuff quick. Okay, just a minute. Bum, ba, da, ba. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna text Chris and see if she could pop out the owl set. Maybe it is out here, I just don't know where to look. That could be. Is the owl set out here? Okay, so while we are inquiring about that, I did come up with a relative idea for this. Not like a super huge fan of it, but it's going to work. Okay, so I'm going to pull out the instructions wherever I put them to get a better idea what we're dealing with. Okay, so balmy blue, basic gray. Balmy blue and basic gray. Tahitian tide. So I think this is balmy blue and basic gray. So I'm gonna bring those colors around. Basic gray. Balmy blue. Okay. And then basic white. Okay. And then obviously this piece. So I think I'm gonna make a panel on here that is kind of like, not quilted together, but kind of pieced together. Just kind of. Okay, so how about I need a bigger piece of balmy blue. Okay, I just don't want it to look like we had such a cool concept and came up short on the outside. So we are going to step up the outside. Oh, perfect. Okay, so I am going to mat. Okay, it's coming together, I promise. So we're gonna make a mat, and it's going to be 4 by 5 1/4. Yeah. By 5 1/4. And then we are going to do a mat of basic gray. I think I'm gonna do a small border on this one. So I'm gonna do 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Okay. So let's see, there's that teeny tiny little border. Good gracious. Okay. So that's gonna get matted on here. Okay, it's coming together. It's coming together. Oh, Lordy. Okay, give that a second to stick down nice and strong. Especially where this is so thick. Now, I do think this would fit through a postal machine, but you might want to think about that before you make a ton of them. Now, granted, you won't make a ton because, oh no, no, that's the wrong piece. Oh, good gracious. It's like, this is not working. Okay, so let's stick that down. The joys of live crafting. And let's see here. If I try to get most of it off. I'm gonna have sticky fingers. That's the boys' job. Oh, I don't think so I was gearing to tell this story, and I think I got sidetracked. So my son is in 4K, and it is obviously winter break, and we got a message yesterday morning that a pipe burst in his classroom. He's at a small parochial school, and man, I feel so bad. So he is in a preschool class. He's got 12 classmates, and his teacher has taught for 15 years at that school. And so we've had really cold temperatures, and I'm sure it has everything to do with it, but it actually was a hot water heater that burst. So hot water was like shooting out from this crack in the pipe, and so the room was flooded with water, but also with steam from the heat. So everything in his classroom was a loss. And so I went there today to pick up his like nap mat and stuff like that because it needed to get washed. And it just was so devastating because his entire classroom, which was completely equipped for a child to learn and play and have a great time, was empty, and the wall was torn down. Like, it was bad. And I just can't imagine. I feel so bad for the teachers and the principal to give up their break to come in and do that. And all the parishioners were kicking in too. Ooh, great idea, Hildy. So yeah, I'm like heartbroken, and I can't shake the thought of it, and how much I appreciate the teachers for jumping in on their break and making sure that the space is ready for the kids when they come back. And I wish there was something I could do to help. Oh man, it's been on my mind. So, and also, sorry, I'm trying to get some glue off my fingers. I work at a children's museum here in Fond du Lac, and we actually are blessed to have a great network of children's museums in Wisconsin. We have a partner museum that we work very closely with that's 45 minutes away in Sheboygan, who had a pipe burst actually on Christmas Day. And they have a 3-level museum with a 4th level of offices, and every level was flooded. So they are going through a completely challenging time as well, and I just feel so bad. So thank you for letting me kind of ramble and somewhat rant a little bit, because I'm just so sad for all of my friends that are struggling, especially at this point in time in the year. It's hard. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go with, okay, so we've got 3 7/8. So I think I'm gonna do 3 1/4. Three and a quarter by, okay, so 5 1/8 minus, let's see, maybe 4 1/2. We're gonna see if that was the right incremental. Okay, I like that. Then I'm gonna go ahead and, oh my gosh, once you know it, that kind of worked out perfectly. Okay, so then I'm gonna cut off 1 tab of this. So this is This is 3 inches wide by 1 3/4. So I'm going to center that down there. And then I'm going to take a Okay, so I was thinking I would try to use this. Okay, let's see what we're trying to accomplish here. Okay, so that layer is definitely going to be on dimensionals. That's going to be glued down. And now I either want to put that there. Hey!
I don't have your boys, but I have my
That's okay.
They're playing and they're doing really good.
That's amazing. I'm so happy. Oh, hi, kitty.
Got little honey.
Aw.
She's a little squirmy worm. Hi, guys. We have a kitten.
Oh, she matches me.
Oh, she does. Look at that. She's a little squirmy
You need
worm.
a shacket. Did you hear me talking about the shacket
No,
before?
I have the volume off because
okay.
they're watching their number block
Oh
thing.
my gosh, aren't they
So,
cute?
There's honey.
Aw, so cute. Did you see what I'm working on?
Something. A card. Yeah.
A card. You won't guess.
A little pop-up card.
Okay, so I'm just trying to... So I said I picked the wrong theme because this is a graduation card and there is like nothing graduation. But I'm using this and I was thinking of... I think it was Deb Norman suggested stamping one of the owls and putting a grad cap on it.
There you go.
So where, do you have owls out here?
I think so.
Can I have them? Well, that was a fun little intermission. You're right, Jennifer. The Children's Museum in Indianapolis also had flooding. So funny thing, we just had onstage in Indianapolis, and I knew it was like not feasible to think that I could get to their museum because we were really, oh, that's perfect. We were really like packed on things to do, and the trip never is long enough. But it kind of spurred in me that like I wanted to check out the museum. So I looked them up on Facebook and kind of checked out, and it looks like that is a phenomenal museum. And maybe someday I will make an effort to get out there and check it out because it looked like a great museum.
Take one last little peek of honey and then I'll take her. All right, so here you go.
Honey is getting all the love, not Tigger. Poor little dude. She's like, where is all that light coming from?
Her little heart is pounding.
Aww.
All right, I'll see you.
Cutesy.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Sounds good. Oh, little kittens. They are so cute. Okay, so I need a scrap of basic white. Oh my goodness, all the scraps of basic white are very tiny. Tiny, tiny. Not big enough for an owl. Oh my gosh. Okay, so as silly as it seems to go ahead and... I know! Honey is getting big. So I've seen him a couple times now. Oh my gosh. Did she bring the memento over here? I think she did. That is so funny. So she's been kind of listening along and working in the hive. Not in the hive. I'm in the hive. She's inside in the house with the boys, and she's working on the email or replying to emails and stuff like that. I hope, at least. That was her intention. So as silly as it seems to stamp this on here, so I think she heard my call out for memento and brought it over when she came out with honey, which is so cute. And so thoughtful of her. Chris is just the best. It's not far from downtown. It's a very nice one. The boys would love it. See, now I'm inclined to think I need to go on a road or flying trip with the boys. So I have worked in the children's museum industry for almost 4 years now, and I love it so incredibly much. And I just love what children's museums stand for, and especially now having kids. Well, I guess I've had kids the whole time I've worked for the museum, but Zach was 1 when I started, and I've watched the boys grow up there, and it is just so great. And this last year conference, the Children's Museum conference was in St. Louis, and I was blessed with the opportunity to go, and we got to see their children's museum, which is called the Magic House, and it was next level. And Indianapolis looks like it is a very next level museum too. Now granted, for those of you that don't know, Fond du Lac is, I think Fond du Lac County has maybe 100,000 people. Fond du Lac, the city, has maybe 50,000 people. So, like, it's not a huge town by any means. But we are blessed to have a children's museum. It's a great place for children and families in our community. And we do what we can with what we have and do our best to make it a great, meaningful space. So we've got a lot of great exhibits. We've got a lot of great support from community partners, and it's a really, really magical place. So, all right, so here we are, fussy cutting our owl. This was such a great idea, Luann. I have a niece who is obsessed with owls. I gave her, my mom made a blanket that has a hood that has ears and eyes that look like an owl. And she said it was her favorite Christmas gift, which like totally just warmed my heart. So whenever I see owls, I think of her, and it's so special. So I was so excited to see the owls, and I knew that I think she's turning 10, and we have stamped together very minimally, but at least once before. So I can't wait to get the owls and share that experience with her. Ironically, we've done Paper Pumpkin together before. Okay, so now this guy even has a bow tie. Like, you can't make this up. This was literally meant to be. Our fancy little graduate here. Sorry about the fussy cutting. It's not my favorite thing to do. But we did it. Ooh, sending support has good luck. That would be absolutely appropriate for this. Okay, so let's grab some blends and give our little owl an updo. Okay, so we need some grit. Oh my goodness. So if anyone's never been to the Hive, you won't understand the amount of creative space that we implore here. There is dark balmy blue, light night of navy. I was like, those two don't look like they go together. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, our blends were a little like cross mixed, and I'm like, there is no way that is a balmy blue. It wasn't. Oh, and I need orange for his little peetsies. So anyways, I moved something to try to grab a blend, and I had a like cascading of cards. Oh, this Hive, I don't remember what Cards by Christine was like before the Hive, but it did exist. Chris was doing classes out of her living room. She had a very well designed space in her living room that was very creatively used for her studio, but it just is next worldly now that we've got the Hive all set up. But yeah, it just, as I think everyone who has been in the space has acknowledged, that there just never is enough space. No matter how much space you have, there's always need for more. Okay, so I'm going to try to grab a black, too, to help darken up those irises. Okay, let's see here. Oh my goodness, there is a big range between light balmy blue and dark balmy blue. But that is the joy of blends. I'm able to just really blend that in together. I am going to, like, full disclosure here, I am not great with blends. I love the concept. I love what other people can do. But I don't think I've played around with them enough to really get good at them myself. So I kind of just like pretend until it works. But, and And that's another thing. Oh my God, you guys are gonna think I'm so crazy. The blends were another product that I really resisted for a long time. Okay, I need 2 colors. One more second. It was Tear Tape and blends that I really postponed feeling the need for. I have the whole set of Stampin' Write markers, and I don't think I really understood how transformative blends could be for a project until I started using them. And like I said, I don't use them that often because I truly don't really super well know how to use them. But they do really elevate your coloring abilities. And compared to, okay, so we've got Smoky Slate, and then this, well, goodness, 2 sets of Smoky Slate. So clearly we are going to use Smoky Slate. Really gives you the ability to color to a whole different degree. And if you've ever tried to color with the Stampin' Write markers, now Stampin' Write markers hold their own value for what you can use them for, but coloring really is not one of those things. You get so many streaks, and it just 9 times out of 10 doesn't really turn out all that great. But blends really work to make a beautifully colored image. Okay, so typically I feel like our owl would probably be brown or tan, but because of our color scheme, we are going to have a gray owl. Although, now that I think about it, owls are white? I don't know. I maybe don't know much about owls, because now I feel like I'm making a lot of bold claims, and I really don't know. What color are owls? But this owl is going to be gray. Now I wonder, is it okay that his tummy is white and his face is white, or should the whole owl be darker gray and then the other areas be this lighter gray? Good question, Kelly. Okay, so here we got this. Where did my little graduation hat go? Oh my goodness, there it is. Okay. Oh, that's cute. That is darling. I can't get over this. Okay, but I am going to try one thing. I'm going to try coloring the whole thing light gray and then making everything that was gray the darker gray. I hope I don't regret it. So again, leave the body white. Okay, so I feel like that, as I'm doing this, I feel like that probably would have been a great idea. But we're about to find out. As Naughty Nancy would say, it's just paper. We can always make another one if we need to. Okay, so let's darken up this guy. I don't know why, but my anxiety is going through the roof right now. I get really anxious about things. I'm not anxious about anything in particular, I should say. But I can't stop shaking my leg. So if you see that shakiness, I do apologize. Okay, so now we're gonna darken this guy. Maybe it's not the anxiety. Maybe it's just the sugar from my soda. That would make more sense, because I literally have nothing to be anxious about right now. I'm gonna put just a couple more layers of this dark smoky slate in hopes to darken that. I thought I grabbed 2 different shades of gray, which was going to help with the dimension. But it just turns out... Oh, thank you guys. Oh my goodness. How did I not see all these helpful... Oh, they just came through. Snowy owls are white in winter. Most owls are browns to blend in. Oh, that makes so much sense. The owl, he does look cute. I am so happy with this suggestion to do the owl. Okay, so we're going to leave him at that. He's cute. Good luck die in Charming Sentiments. You know, I think I saw Charming Sentiments when I was over scrounging the first time. Okay, so let's see what we have. We have this guy. We've got... So I feel like the grad hat should either go on that side, which doesn't make sense with the tassel, I think. So would it be this side or centered? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Okay, I'm going to go see if I can find that Charming Sentiments. Oh, do. It is perfect. Oh my god, I love it. Okay, so we're coming together. Oh my gosh, it's almost 8 o'clock. Okay. When I get really invested in an alternative, time flies. Okay, so I don't know that we're going to get... Oh, he might fit on there if we want him to. Oh, look at that. That's kind of adorable. Okay, so what I was thinking is this is going to get dimensionalized because we need more thickness on this card. And this was going to go here. Okay, so I want this to be a thinner border, though. So I'm going to take 1/8 of an inch off of this guy. You should see the, like, leaning tower of stamping supplies I have over here. And my cutter is literally on the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to take, if this was 3 1/4, I'm going to make it 3 1/8. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to trim a little bit off the height too. Okay, so I like this blue shape. Here I am undecided on, I'm undecided on a lot of things, if you haven't noticed that. Indecision is like my key trait. Okay, so I like this, and I think I'm going to cut this in half. We'll see. This might work, it might not. And shoot him out left and right. So here we are committing to using this, or at least this side, because there's glue involved now. Oopsies. More glue on the fingers. It's like necessary in crafting, I think. Okay. Ooh, I like that. And then we got this guy. And maybe, okay. All right. So here is the Charming Sentiments. So I really like the idea of die cutting it, but I don't know which die it is. It's probably this one, to be honest with you. And I don't have a die cutter close by, but let's do it. So either I'm going to, oh my gosh, everything's falling. Good luck. Good luck finding it. It's right here. So either I'm going to stamp it on here and then have my owl friend down here, which I don't mind, but I don't know that I necessarily like that. Or I can go back to thinking the owl is gonna go here. Oh, I don't really like that either. Well. This is what happens when you get so close and yet so far away. Okay, or we could go like this and have Mr. Owl sitting here-ish, and then the good luck. Oh, I have an idea. I like the layered punch too. I think it looks awesome. Okay, I'm putting the die back. I'm grabbing my basic gray. I hope I don't regret this. Okay, bringing this in, grabbing my basic gray, which is under any amount of layers. Oh, this is funny. Oh, here it is. Oh my gosh. You guys, you can see that. You can tell me it's there. Okay, basic gray. I wish I could pan out and show you guys the world around me. Okay, and a piece of scrap paper. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp good luck. So it's most prominently gonna be seen here. And then I'm going to stamp off just for texture. Okay, so how far up does this go? So we need a little more. Well, I should say, in theory, it's going to be most prominent there. I still have to figure out how we're getting up there. It's coming together. All right, so back to the drawing board here. This is gonna go here. This is gonna go here. In some way, shape, or form, this is going to go here or there with our owl friend with his grad hat. I don't like super love it, but I don't dislike it either. I feel like it's somewhat missing something, but I don't know. So I'm gonna cut my losses and start adhering. Oh, this has been an adventure. Doesn't it feel like a whole year ago that we made the inside? Okay, also going to, I see I have a little seepage of glue hanging out the side, so I want to get that off. For those of you that don't know, you may have seen that before. This is an adhesive eraser, which is just a handy tool. Okay, and per my thought earlier, I'm going to use dimensionals on this because, again, this is a very thick card, so why stop there? It would be great if I knew where my dimensionals were, but I don't, so I'm just going to grab my reserve supply. We're in for a ride, ladies. Welcome to my whirlwind of life. I sincerely apologize to everyone in my presence because I feel like, and I've used this analogy. Okay, I agree. I would love blue twine. I don't know if it exists, and if it does exist, I don't know where it does exist, but I'm going to use the gray twine and then some sort of embellishment, because as I was stating before, I don't think Paper Pumpkin overdoes it on embellishments by any means, and oftentimes kind of skips the embellishments. So for that reason, I am for sure going to have embellishments on this card. Okay, but what I was saying before is I feel like I float around this life ensuing chaotic energy, and I feel so bad because more often than not I'm not on top of things, and I try so hard, but I think it's the phase of life that I'm in, and I also think it has something to do, and I am not trying to pass blame by any means, My husband works as a prison guard, and he works typically like somewhere around 5 16-hour shifts a week. And I also have a full-time job, and I love helping Chris, which is my part-time job. And I have 2 kids. So I try to just ride the waves and do my best all day, every day. But I oftentimes find myself being chaotic energy. And so I really, really, really always appreciate everyone's love and support, because sometimes I just need a little bit of extra love and support. And I love this stamping community that I get to be a part of. I am so thankful for Chris for inviting me into it and allowing me to be a part of her business. And also having the care, compassion, and patience that my life demands. Also, thank you for listening to my soapbox. Okay, now I don't know if oh, why didn't I do the ribbon there? Although I'm a couple layers too deep to. Yeah, right where I am a busy lady. I really am. I think it would have been really cute to have the twine there, but there's a dimensional literally right behind where I want to put the twine. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do that, but I could do just a baby bow maker. For those of you, I was talking about this before. For those of you that have never seen this before, this is our elusive bow maker, and it is everything you've ever wanted in life and more. Okay, so you go over and under. If I'm not necessarily describing how to use this right now. If you have a bow maker and don't know how to use it, there is a tutorial video on our Facebook page for sure, because this was years ago that we made this. But I'm guessing it's also uploaded. It is so cute. I'm guessing it's also uploaded on YouTube. If you just search for bow maker, the video should pop up. So, there you got to see the bow maker live in action. Okay, so now I'm going to put a baby bow, a double baby bow, and I'm going to put it over here. I don't know why, it just felt right. Okay. All right. And then, okay. One second. Okay, so let's go ahead and dimensionalize, because again, this card could use a couple more layers. Dimensionalize our little owl friend. Thanks! I am so happy that you guys loved. Okay, so I think I did that wrong. I think I wanted to have our little owl guy off the bottom, but we're just gonna put him off the top. Look at him! Good luck with our little owl friend and his grad cap, and then this little peak of the belly band here. And then you open it up, and you've got our "you did it" and sign, or room to sign. So I think that no, it doesn't. We need some embellishments, because I was harping on the embellishments. We put some on the inside, so it's time to put some on the outside. So there's white and there's basic gray. And we are going to, I don't know where we're going to put them. There's a lot going on the front of this card. So let's put a big white one there and some little gray ones here. So the general rule of thumb for embellishments is to do an odd number. I don't know who came up with it, but it's like literally great advice. I think that's gonna do it. So, adorable graduation card. Now we have like 6 months. Oh no, some people graduate in the winter, so it could be relevant. But most graduations won't be happening for several months. But still, very cute. Same layout, could be used for any of the box concepts. You know, you could make a baby card, you could make a, let's see here, happy birthday was the concept there, and wedding is the concept for the last one. The thing to keep in mind though, and that's where I was struggling in the beginning and kind of preluding, before I explained to you what we were doing, I implied that I chose this, which over here goes with the wedding card and the green, but because you're using the inside and outside of these reversible boxes, you need to remember that that is kind of probably going to dictate your color scheme. Now, that being said, you could put something in here to cover up if you don't like the green one has yellow on the inside. Great for Packers, if you're from Wisconsin or a Packer fan. But some of the insides and outsides don't maybe correspond as nicely as you want them to. But that is why we kind of went that route. So now, even though the belly band for this box, for the boxes in the kit, was not this card because of the color scheme and because of the graduation hats on this one. That is 100% why we did what we did, because I was trying to use this belly band. But if you are just going for the blue and the gray, you could have absolutely done, I mean, that shouts wedding, doesn't it? But I was trying to use this one little piece. But if you brought in your own DSP, you could absolutely use whatever concept that you wanted. So here we go with our creations for today. So what do you think of the cutesy little boxes? What do you think of the Mac Daddy of the card? And I hear somebody.
What do you hear?
Hi guys! Who's that? Here's Zachy. Oh, look at you. Let's see here.
Tilt it down just a little. There it is.
These are my boys. We got them all dressed up in their jammies to come hang out with Auntie Chris. These are number blocks.
Yes, that's what we've been watching for us.
They are so obsessed with our number blocks, and I love it. They are such smart little boys.
They are.
Aren't they?
They would have things on TV and they would be questioning what they're doing.
Exactly. So this is Jakey. He's going to be 3 in April, and here's Zachary. He's a little more shy, but he's going to be 5 in January. So the boys are getting so big. For those of you that have been around and went to On Stage in Lansing, I was pregnant with this guy when that was. And let's see, Zachy came around in 2018, so I don't know if...
It was the winter, we did a winter creative escape. I feel like
I've been pregnant so many times, but it's only been twice.
I love you.
I love you too, buddy. Do you want to say hi to my friends? Oh, there they are.
Yup.
So these are my main
What that using?
my main men. Green what? Oh
yeah,
that's the volume bar.
Yep.
That's how loud mommy's talking. And these are all the people saying hi.
Oh, I should have brought Tigger out here because that would have been all the boys.
Oh my goodness, yes, I am surrounded by boys. Come up here. Can't see your face, buddy. So Zachy has thick brown hair. Jakey's got wispy blonde hair. But they are so cute. They are such good boys. So we made it through the card.
Good.
We did it. See, look at that.
turned out great. Look at that owl.
Isn't that cute? So yeah.
I can see it.
You can see
What
it.
is it?
It's a
A bird?
A bird.
Yeah. So, oh, but you know what? We aren't done.
Oh yeah, do the drawing.
We need to do the drawing because we made it this far. Okay, so we need a random number
guys just pull your
generator
email up really
for 1 through.
Well, did anybody get
Okay.
the last one?
So, no one
it.
commented that they
They wanted
wanted
it, so then-
anything, but there is one left, like we said. So if you want to
Reach out to me. Yep. And there are 15, I think.
So then there are 15. Let's get a random number generator.
I want to go.
I know, we're almost done.
I suppose you didn't do roll call then either.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. No
Okay,
worries.
do you know what number that is?
14.
14.
14.
So let's go back.
My uncle.
So 14 is Patricia Williger, but
Okay.
also thank
I
you.
can see 14.
Yeah, to Lynn Beasley, Amy Ponce, Laura Wood,
I know,
Katie
it's 14.
Garbage,
Yep.
Jolene Schrei, Elaine Rebick, Mary Bowman, Mo Stites, Kat Fronick, Angela Knudsen, Barb Freund, Brenda Crudwig, Carissa
Planica.
Planica, Patricia Williger, who is our winner, and Michelle
Cinto.
Cinto. Oh, I would not have gotten that. So thank you to all of those for subscribing to Paper Pumpkin with us. And I know some of you guys were on. I know. And here's your number back, 12. But 12 wasn't the winner. So
Perfect.
he tried to make it work for you. But yeah, so thank you to all of you guys for subscribing. And here's 11. So have a great night. And check out Technique Thursday if you haven't.
Yep.
And do you have anything?
Lots of
Did we put in the
sunshine,
order?
love, and hugs to you guys. Have a great New Year's. Thanks to everybody for participating with the guessing game that I've been doing. Lots of answers. Kelly's actually going to help me tally up the answers. But you guys, you have until, we said next week, Friday,
Okay.
to get
Yep,
answers
that's
in
right.
for that. Because then Kelly's going to work on it next weekend. So for those that don't see the post right away, all good there. I think that was it. Do you guys want to say goodbye?
You want to say bye?
Do you want to
Where's
wave into
Becky?
the camera?
Look at.
Say bye.
Bye.